Let's be honest, none of us popped out of the womb clutching a parental preference form. If we did, you just know Barron Trump wouldn't have ticked the box labeled born into a reality show disguised as a presidency. Nope, he probably would have gone with quiet life, 2 golden retrievers, and absolutely 0 memes about my height. Instead, he got stuck in the political version of The Truman Show, complete with Secret Service agents and TikTok roasts. Because life doesn't just roll the dice, it sometimes flings them at your forehead for fun. Melania's surprise revelation. Barron's journey began with a twist right out of a romantic comedy, minus the violin music. When Melania discovered she was pregnant, it was far from a scheduled event on the Trump family calendar. After all, Donald already had 4 grown kids, and a newborn wasn't exactly on his list between business deals and The Apprentice tapings. As Melania put it in a 2006 interview, he came home and I told him he'd be a daddy, and he needed a moment to take it in. That's code for he looked like someone just told him the stock market had crashed. Donald later admitted he wasn't shocked they'd eventually have kids, just stunned it happened so fast. Speedy conception aside, little Barron made his grand debut on March 20th, 2006. That same year, his dad reportedly filmed reality TV, cracked cringeworthy jokes about Ivanka, and allegedly had a couple of extramarital escapades. Busy year, not exactly the diaper duty and bedtime stories era most dads embrace. School transfers. Barron started life in New York City, living in Trump Tower like a mini prince in a golden castle. He attended Columbia Grammar and Preparatory School on the Upper West Side, not far from home. But when Donald ran and somehow won the US presidency, everything changed. Imagine being 10 and one day your house has 58 floors, and the next you're living at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with Secret Service agents analyzing your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for potential threats. To minimize the upheaval, Melania and Barron stayed in NYC for a few months after the 2016 election, but eventually, duty and Dad's new job called, and Barron transferred to St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Maryland. That's 2 schools down. When Trump lost the 2020 election, some might say he lost it, others say he misplaced it. The family packed up and moved to Florida, where Barron enrolled at the posh Oxbridge Academy, another new school, new friends, and probably the only student on campus with a dedicated federal security team. The White House was not a kid's playground. While the White House may boast a bowling alley, movie theater, and more bathrooms than any sane person needs, Barron didn't exactly see it as a dream destination. At 10 years old, leaving behind your city, friends, and familiar routines isn't easy, even if your new digs come with a historical plaque and a Lincoln bedroom. Donald told people in 2016 he loves New York and his school, not so much the White House. Which is understandable, because when you're a kid, home means your room, your friends, and not dodging CNN cameras every time you walk the dog. Despite the pressure, his parents tried to shield him from the media storm. The White House press office even reminded the public that presidential kids traditionally get a bit of privacy. That was the theory anyway. Barron becomes meme material. Let's talk about the internet, a place where cute kitten videos coexist with brutal sarcasm and late-night comedy writers with no chill. Barron unfortunately got swept into the joke machine early. One infamous moment came just after Trump's inauguration when SNL writer Katie Rich tweeted a wildly inappropriate comment suggesting Barron might become a school shooter. The backlash was swift, the tweet was deleted, and Rich was suspended. But the damage had been done, and the criticism didn't stop there. A conservative outlet once scolded him for not dressing the part of a presidential child. Apparently, a t-shirt and shorts are scandalous when your last name is Trump. Who knew? Even an innocent clip of a 4-year-old Barron marveling at a suitcase in Trump's office resurfaced years later and was edited into TikTok parodies. "I like my suitcase," young Barron says. Millions laughed. But somewhere in Florida, teenage Barron probably rolled his eyes so hard he saw his own spine. Death threats are never funny. Not all attention has been harmless. In 2023, a woman named Tracy Fiorenza was arrested for allegedly threatening to shoot both Donald and Barron. Yes, seriously. She even sent a letter to Barron's school headmaster spelling out her violent intentions. Thankfully, she was apprehended before any harm was done. It's unclear how much Barron knew or understood at the time, but even the rumor of such threats is enough to unsettle any teenager, let alone one already navigating a circus-like existence. Social media erupted in rare unity after the news, with users across the political spectrum agreeing that threatening a child is beyond despicable. "Say what you want about Donald," one Redditor wrote, "but his son is off limits. For once, the internet got it right. Dad might be headed to jail." As if late-night jokes, death threats, and viral memes weren't enough, Barron now faces the prospect of having a dad behind bars. Donald Trump has been indicted on multiple charges: hush money, classified documents, election drama. The list reads like a Mad Libs page from a legal textbook. While most teens worry about finals and prom dates, Barron's probably asking questions like, so, will my dad be FaceTiming me from prison? For now, the sentencing is delayed, which must come as some relief. Still, the uncertainty looms. For Barron, the thought of his dad potentially going to jail during his most formative years isn't just inconvenient, it's potentially scarring. Oh, and there was that assassination attempt. If you thought things couldn't get worse, plot twist. During a political rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, Donald Trump was the target of an assassination attempt. Barron, back in Florida, was playing tennis when someone reportedly ran up and told him his dad had been shot. Thankfully, Trump survived the incident with only a minor injury, but for Barron, the experience was surely traumatic. Teenagers worry about acne, awkward texts, or losing their phone charger, not whether their dad is bleeding on stage at a campaign rally. Secret Service. When your dad becomes president, you gain an entourage, whether you want one or not. The Secret Service doesn't exactly blend in, and for Barron, their presence has been a fact of life since he was 10. Even after leaving the White House, federal law requires Secret Service protection for former presidents' kids until they turn 16. At Oxbridge Academy, the headmaster had to send a letter out letting parents know, hey, don't freak out. Those undercover agents wandering the campus? Totally normal. Yeah, that makes making friends super easy. Hi, I'm Barron. No, that guy in sunglasses isn't my uncle. Why do you ask? Trouble in Trump Tower. Every child of a married couple knows what it feels like when mom and dad aren't getting along. But for Barron, that discomfort comes with tabloid headlines, anonymous sources, and TikTok commentators speculating about a Trump divorce every other Tuesday. The rumor mill hasn't stopped churning since Donald took office. Reports claim Melania's been quietly counting down the days until she can file for divorce without causing international incident. Former Trump insider Omarosa even claimed Melania was waiting until Trump was out of office so she could leave him safely. Yet, as of 2024, the couple remains legally together. Whether their bond is genuine or glued together with prenups and public relations strategy, no one outside the gold-plated walls of Mar-a-Lago really knows. But for Barron, hearing that your parents can't stand each other from TikTok commentators is probably not the ideal way to start college. If you enjoyed this wild roller coaster through Barron Trump's headline-packed life, give that like button a gentle presidential tap, no indictments necessary. Don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories, political soap operas, and awkward family dynamics. And hey, ring that bell like you're summoning Secret Service, because you won't want to miss what's next.